On the news tonight, oral cancers kill 764 Nigerians annually. FG. PDP supporters protest in Adamawa, demand announcement of Governor Fintiri. INEC suspends Adamawa Resident Commissioner Udu Yunusa. And lastly, on sports, Muson loses battle of world champions in US. Now the news in detail. The Minister of Health, Osage Anere, says mouth cancers, also known as oral cancers, claim 764 lives in Nigeria every year. He spoke in Abuja yesterday during an oral cancer training program organized by the Cleft and Facial Deformity Foundation, CFDF, represented by the head of the Dentistry Division of the Ministry, Dr. Gloria Uzoigwe. He said Nigeria also records 1,146 new cases of oral cancers annually. He said oral cancers remain one of the leading causes of cancer-related death in Nigeria due to late reporting in hospitals and inability of healthcare workers to detect the lesion early and refer appropriately, among others. The minister said the government would launch a new oral health policy in November. Executive Director of CFDF, Seidu Bello, said artificial intelligence helps in early detection of oral cancers and oral potentially malignant disorders. He said it could be used to predict with more than 90% accuracy that someone could develop cancer in another 10 years. He said the use of artificial intelligence for oral health was currently close to zero level in Nigeria. President Nigeria Dental Association, Tope Adeyemi, represented by the Secretary General of the Association, Ukachi Unawe, urged full integration of oral health in the primary health care services in the country to ensure easy access to oral health care. Going on to the next story. Members of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) in Adamawa have staged a demonstration over the gubernatorial election in the state. The protesters will march through the streets of Yola, capital of Adamawa, on Monday, held placards that read, "Adamawa is not for sale," and INEC, the world is watching, among others. On Sunday, Udus Yunusa Ari, the resident electoral commissioner, REC, in the state, declared Aisha Binani Dahiru, governorship candidate of the All Progressive Congress (APC), as the winner of the election, sparking a controversy. The declaration of election result is the responsibility of the returning officer and not the resident electoral commissioner. At the time, the REC announced Binani as the winner of the poll. The results of the supplementary election from 10 LGAs were yet to be collated. From the result collated on Saturday, Ahmadu Fintiri, Adamawa governor and candidate of the PDP, was in the lead. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has since nullified the declaration and summoned the REC and Mele Lamido, returning officer in the elections, to its headquarters in Abuja. Speaking with reporters during the protest, Felix Kinjamo, Deputy Director General of the PDP Campaign Council in Adamawa, said the Electoral Commission should conclude the election and announce Fintiri as the winner. Going on to the next story. The Independent National Electoral Commission has embattled resident electoral commissioner REC Hudu Yunusa from its Adamawa State office. In a letter dated April 17, 2023, and addressed to the Adamawa State REC, the Commission Secretary Rose Oniaran Anthony directed the Administrative Secretary to take full charge. The letter seen by Sahara reporters on Monday reads in part, "I hereby convey the Commission's decision that you, Barrister Udu Yunusa Ari, Resident Electoral Commissioner, Adamawa State, should stay away from the Commission's office in Adamawa State immediately until further notice. The Administrative Secretary has been directed to take full charge of INEC, Adamawa State, with immediate effects." Going on to the next story. Travelers across Nigeria will have to seek alternative resolution as the aviation unions begin a 2-day warning strike. The development is coming against the backdrop of what they describe as unpalatable working conditions and entitlements. The unions involved include National Union of Air Transport Employees, NUATE, Air Transport Services Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, ATSSSAN, National Association of Aircraft Pilots and Engineers, and Association of Nigeria Aviation Professionals. Vanguard regarded that members of the unions, after their meeting with the Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority, ended in a stalemate, blocked the entrance to the Murtala Mohammed International Airport terminal, leaving many passengers stranded. NCAA's Director General Civil Aviation, Captain Musa Nuhu, had called on the union to shelve their planned two-day warning strike with representatives of the unions in attendance. The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Aviation, Dr. Emmanuel Meribol, who was also at the meeting, also urged the union to halt planned strike action. But the union disregarded the appeal and insisted on going ahead with their warning strike. And to the next story. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control has approved the R21 malaria vaccine manufactured by the Serum Institute of India. The Director General of NAFDAC, Professor Mojisola Adeyeye, disclosed this on Monday at a press briefing in Abuja. This makes Nigeria the second country to approve the new malaria vaccine developed by the University of Oxford after Ghana. The Professor Adeyeye said the vaccine is indicated for the prevention of clinical malaria in children from 5 months to 36 months of age. She said the country expects to get at least 100,000 doses of the vaccine in donation soon before the market authorization will start making other arrangements with the National Primary Health Care Development Agency. The marketing authorization order is Fitsin Healthcare Limited in line with the agency's Drug and Related Products Registration Regulation 2021. Going on to Kogi State. An All Progressive Congress APC governorship aspirant in Kogi State, Smart Adeyemi, has described the outcome of the primary election in the state as a rape of democracy. Speaking on Rise television on Monday, Adeyemi also suggested that God would descend on officials of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, if they agree that the APC primary election took place. Adeyemi said about 8 of us, apart from probably the man that was anointed, none of us has the privilege to vote. In essence, there was no voting anywhere. What they did was to write the result. It was a sham. It was a rape of democracy. It was a disgrace, a betrayal of all those who laid down their lives for the enthronement of democracy in Nigeria. While we were still standing at our various wards, we contestants looked at each other. It was 11 o'clock. It was by 12, nobody, 1 p.m., nobody. We were still there at 2 o'clock when we started hearing the results of the election. It is unimaginable. This is a new phenomenon that must not stand, because if Kogi State gets away with this, other governors will copy this. There was no election. Ask my colleague, ask the security service, and ask the INEC people. Unless they want God to descend on them, there was no voting at all. Going on to Ogun. A 33-year-old woman, Olaide Adekunle, has reportedly sold her 18-month-old baby for 600,000 naira to offset a bank loan. The suspect, who lived in Songo in the Ado-Duota local government area of Ogun State, reportedly left her house for Lagos, where she sold the baby to yet to be identified buyer. The suspect was arrested by men of the Ogun State Police Command following a complaint lodged at Songo Divisional Police Headquarters by the woman's husband, Noreni Razak. The police public relations officer in the state, SP Abimbola Oyemi, disclosed this in a statement on Monday. The PPRO added that the husband reported that his wife left home for Lagos on March 15, 2023 with their baby girl, Moridiat Razak, but returned home without the baby. According to Oyemi, the husband stated further that all efforts to know what happened to the baby proved abortive, as the woman was unable to give any reasonable account of whereabouts of the said baby. He said upon the report, the DPO Songo Division, CSP Dahiru Sade, detailed his detective to go after the said woman, and she was promptly arrested. Going on to Plateau State. Many residents are reportedly killed and houses burnt in a crisis that ensued between herders and farmers in Maitumbi community of Mangu, local government area of Plateau. Correspondent report that the clash started on Friday and is still on at the time of filing this report. A resident, Ibrahim Musa, said the crisis is still ongoing. Hundreds of people are fleeing the village. I cannot give you the exact number of people killed, but many were killed. More than 100 houses were burnt. The spokesperson for the State Police Command, DSP Alabo Alfred, who confirmed the incident, said the police and troops of Operation Safe Haven, a multi-security task force maintaining peace in the state, had been deployed to restore law and order. He said, "I don't want to give you conflicting figures. Security personnel have been deployed to ensure normalcy in the area." Going on to foreign story. President Muhammadu Buhari and his Chadian counterpart, General Mohamed Idris Deby, have reacted to the war that broke out in Sudan between the army and the paramilitary group as unfortunate. The two African leaders met in Saudi Arabia, calling on the neighboring nations and the international community to intervene. This was disclosed in a statement issued by Buhari's senior special advisor on media and publicity, Garba Shehu, on Monday. Information reported a Saudi passenger plane caught fire on Saturday as the army and paramilitaries engaged in the war in Khartoum, the capital of Sudan, the crisis that has claimed scores of lives. Sheikh Orof, President Muhammadu Buhari, says the ongoing fight, which erupted in the Sudanese capital between the military and the powerful paramilitary Rapid Response Support Forces (RSF), is unwelcome. Speaking during a visit to him by the transitional president of Chad, General Mohamed Idris Deby, in Mecca, Saudi Arabia, on Sunday, President Buhari described the fighting that claimed tens of lives as unfortunate. To end the world news is a sports story. World record holder and current world champion in the 100-meter hurdles, Toby Amusan, opened the 2023 outdoor season with a 12.59 seconds effort to finish second in the finals of the Tom Jones Memorial Invitational at the Percy Beard track in Gainesville on Saturday, information reports. United States Nia Ali won the race with a time of 12.53 seconds to pick up the gold medal. 2022 World Indoor Champion Dame Charlton of Bahamas completed the top three after running a time of 12.64 seconds to finish third. Amusan had qualified for the final with the fourth fastest time after clocking 12.74 seconds in our season debut. That ends the world news this hour from BGI TV Currents. Before we go, some major headlines. Oral cancer kills 764 Nigerians annually. FG. PDP supporters protest in Adamawa, demand announcement of Governor Finteni. INEC suspends Adamawa resident commissioner. Fight disrupted as aviation union commences two-day warning strike. And on sports, Amusan loses battle of world champions in US. For more updates on YouTube, our handle is BGI TV Current. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. Select option all to access our broadcast. On Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. For advert placement of your goods and services, coverage of events and functions, please dial the phone number streaming on your screen. I am Morire Rebila Lawa. Good evening.